Hey everybody, it's Toya Taylor and I'm back with another video. This is a review for Tyler Perry's Zatima. This is episode 19. We're going to get into episode 20 later. So we're going to start this review and then we're going to talk about it. So Fatima and Zach is still at the hospital waiting to hear back from the doctor. So the doctor, she walked out and let Zach know the bad news, y'all. That Gladys is on life support and they talking about taking her off life support because she got too much oxygen in her brain, so she's not gonna make a full recovery at all. And at this point, she's using machines in order to breathe. So Zach, I know it's a sentimental moment and everything, but he's asking the doctor, is she gonna be all right? Clearly she's not gonna be all right, Zach. By the time Jeremiah made it back and heard the bad news, he must have piped all the way up on the doctor, y'all. And I sympathized with him up until he called Fatima a bitch. That's when I was like, yo, Zach, knock his ass out. And don't get me wrong, y'all, because y'all already know I don't even be taking up for Fatima like that. But at the same time, she don't deserve to keep on getting disrespected by this dude calling her a bitch left and right. Come on now. The doctor told Zach that he can go and see his mom, and Zach asked Fatima to walk back there with him. So they get back there and Zach is having a very emotional moment with his mom and everything. And what made me so mad is here come Gloria from the building company. Like, from the building company. Why are you in here right now? Why won't you give them a chance to grieve? Like, here she come talking about, excuse me, I know this is a bad time. Yeah, it is. But I'm Gloria from the building company, and I need to have a word with you. Can we have a word for a minute? So Zach didn't want to leave his mom, so he asked Fatima to step outside and talk to the lady. So the lady was like, who is you? Baby Zach quickly said, my wife. Y'all, he stamped it. But y'all, is Fatima back wearing her ring? Because I'm not sure if I caught that part or not. Okay, so Gloria at the billing department, she steps out and tells Fatima that Gladys ain't got no insurance. And unfortunately, the check didn't clear for the first night, the one that Zach gave her. Which I don't even understand how they found that information out so quick. But the check didn't clear, and it's going to cost I think she said $18,000 a night, and they're up to $36,000 total right now, and nobody got no money because the account has been frozen. Zach's account has been frozen and he don't even know it yet. So yeah, it's just a lot going on, y'all. But wait, that's not all. The doctor also told Fatima that she overheard some nurses in the room saying that they running out of beds. So, being that Gladys don't have no insurance and ain't nobody got no money, clearly, because the check ain't clear, the doctor's getting impatient, so they trying to throw Gladys' ass up out of there. Y'all, Fatima getting real frustrated right now. So when Fatima walked back in the room, Zach asked her, what did the lady say? Fatima got the nerve to say, nothing, it's okay. Girl, I understand that you love him, but right now it's not the time to be babysitting his feelings like you always do. Right now is the time to let him know what the really going on, for real. So now Angela gets a knock at her door, and she said, it's open. And I'm thinking in my head, why is it open? Why are you just sitting there with your door unlocked reading a book? Come on now. These girls on this show need to stop being so naive and leaving their door open and not seeing who it is first before they answer it. I'm tired of seeing it. Now here comes Bryce walking in, y'all, which is more reason to have your door locked because you have an angry creep popping up at it every chance he get. So Bryce, he storms in talking about the accounts has been froze. He broke, he ain't got no money, he needs to speak to Zach right now. So he get Angela to call Fatima. So she on the phone with Fatima, and Fatima's still at the hospital, so she ain't let Fatima know what was going on. Honestly, if I was Angela, I would have passed the phone straight to Bryce. Okay? Yeah. You deal with it. This ain't my problem. You came barging in my house as if I'm the one that froze your accounts. Let's get this correct first of all. Calm down because your ass ain't even been broke for 24 hours. Then, even after Fatima told Bryce that Zach is at the hospital, his mom is on life support. Like, he up there saying goodbye to his mom right now. Yeah, Bryce was ready to go up there to the hospital, asking which hospital he at. I understand you overreacting right now, but at the same time, you only thinking about yourself, Bryce. And then for you to say, I just know he did something. I know he did something. And come to find out at the end of all of this, it was your ass that did something. I knew something was up with Bryce. I knew it. He seemed way too sneaky for me. Zach should have never trusted him. Back at the hospital, Jeremiah and Zach is arguing over Gladys because Zach is making a good point. He's saying, like, you might as well just take her out of her misery. Like, not just take her out of her misery, but don't let, like, this ain't living, honestly. She laid up the tubes in order to breathe. Like, she's never going to be the same again. That's not living, because Jeremiah telling him, let him live, let her live. Like, don't sign the papers. They can't just take her off of life. They can't just pull the plug because that's murder. So they just trying to get in your head. Just let her live. Like, don't sign the papers. I ain't gonna sign the papers, and let her live. But at the same time, this not living. Like, look at her. She's hooked up the tubes just to breathe. That's not living at all. So I get Zach where he coming from. And so Zach, he told Jeremiah straight up, he was like, look, I already know what this is about. So go ahead and let me know. When the check coming through? When it's coming through? Because you only want her to stay alive so that you can get the check. And what I'm thinking in my head is, if Gladys is getting the check every month, why would Jeremiah think that $500 was going to cause her to go and buy enough drugs to overdose? If she getting a check every month, you can't blame Zach little $500 on what she did to herself, because clearly she would have been doing this to herself if she was getting a check every month, because I'm sure her check is more than $500. So if you trusting her to go cash her check and, spend it on what she want to spend it on, why is you not trusting Zach to give her money? Why you feel like it was Zach's motive to kill her by giving her $500? You don't feel like it's the government's motive to kill her by giving her a check every month? That's all I'm saying. If you was going to blame Zach, you should have been blaming the government, period. So Fatima walks back into the waiting area so that Zach and Jeremiah can have their moment. And here comes Nate and Tony. So they come to check on Zach and see how everything is going. So Fatima tells them that Gladys not going to make it. And then Tony said, man, for real, Zach not going to be okay. And so Fatima said, what do you mean? What do you mean? Like, it threw me a loop, because clearly you just said out your own mouth that his mama's not going to make it. So, matters a damn of what they went through, the ups and downs. Matters a damn if she was cracked out, Fatima, that's still his mom. And I'm sure that's still a hard pill for him to swallow. So, no, he's not going to be okay. So Nate started trying to make peace with Fatima, apologizing to her about the profile and everything, talking about he ain't have nothing to do with Belinda and her antics or whatever. So Fatima told him, like, look, apologies do come with action, so remember that, of course. And for Nate to be up there talking about he didn't know that she was trying to tear down their relationship, tear down Fatima and Zach's relationship. You was a part of it. Clearly, you was trying to tear them down as well. So, I don't blame Fatima for not receiving his apology completely, 100%. Because yeah, you're gonna have to show action behind that fake ass apology, Nate. Period. So now Tony and Nate about to leave. Tony say he got to get back to the barbershop, right? So he was like, "Look, Fatima, call me and keep me updated because I'm concerned about Zach." And Fatima said, "Well, I don't have your number." Okay, but Zach do. So why would you pass him your phone so that he can put his number in your phone so that you can call him to keep him updated about what's going on with Gladys? I mean, I understand that it's innocent on your behalf, Fatima. Yeah, because ain't no telling what's in the back of Tony's slick ass mind. But at the same time, being that you don't know that, I feel like if it had been me, I wouldn't have played them cards like that. I wouldn't have let him put his number in my phone. Like, no. Like, Zach got your number. My husband has your number. And I will make sure that he call you to keep you updated about Gladys, period. That's how I would have handled it. Ain't no way he would have had his number in my phone, period. Because it could look like what it ain't. And I ain't even playing them type of games. Moving right along. Sorry about that. I don't know what's going on with the laptop. Y'all, it done froze up on me. But y'all, Nate, he got the nerve to say he ain't making the situation no better. I don't know if he think he is or not, but no, you could go. He talking about, I just want to let you know, Fatima, you a good woman. You a good woman for real, because them other chicken heads that Zach was dealing with, they would have never put up with no shit like this, I'm telling you. They suck good, but that's about it. And I'm thinking in my head, well, Nate, how you know that these girls, that these chicken heads, let you call them, how you know that they give good fellatio? Hmm. Did they give you some good fellatio? That's what I'm thinking in my head. It made me think like, did Nate mess around with Connie and the rest of them? I wouldn't be surprised if we find out. Oh, speaking of chicken heads, y'all. When Zach and Fatima pull up in his yard, Daisha outside. She out there hooping and hollering, talking shit as usual. Fatima told her, "Oh, I see you look fine." Basically, like, you doing much better. Yeah, you threw that neck brace back on, but girl, ain't nothing wrong with you. Okay, in other words. So Zach and Fatima, they was just walking on in the house, ignoring the hell out of her, like Zach should have been doing in the first place. I've been saying this, like, you should have been giving this energy in the first place with Daisha instead of always turning around, entertaining her. Just go in the house, Zach. If you would have just been doing this from the start, maybe you and Fatima wouldn't be here right now in this position. So keep up the good work. So now Fatima and Zach done made it back to the house. And they having a long one-on-one emotional moment and everything. And he's already asking her to go get her stuff from Angela's and bring it back to the house. And I feel like they also talking about Zach being a good husband, being a good father, all this different stuff like that. And yes, it makes good for conversation and everything, but at the same time, I don't feel like she needs to be just making a decision right off at all. Like saying that I'm gonna go get my things and bring them back. I'm just not gonna leave you right now. I'm here with you right now. All this different stuff. I feel like Fatima, the same way you told Nate that apologies come with actions, that's the same go for Zach. And here come this loud ass train, y'all. So I'm about to have to pause it right quick. Give me 1 second. Sorry about the train, y'all. So back to what I was saying. Zach, as bad as I want to empathize with you right now, I get everything you're going through and all of that. But I do feel like at the same time, Fatima do deserve to actually process her feelings for real and really think about all of this before she just hop back into it, all because you're in a vulnerable state and she empathize with you right now. Because later on, if things do go wrong, she's going to be left empathizing with herself. And I just feel like it's a bad... If it was me, I wouldn't make a decision like that just because you lost your mom. Yeah, I'm going to be there for you 100%. But I'm not going to say, okay, I'm just going to move back in with you and you can kick me out again by next week. Like, clearly you can't do all of this my house, throw it in my face about how it's your house after you told me that you're not going to treat me like it's just your house anymore. Like, you telling me Fatima leave. Like, you got to remember all of these things before you just make the decision. Like, mad day might come again. After he's done grieving, he's over, not over it, because I'm pretty sure he'll never be over the fact of losing his mom. But he's done grieving. He's done with his grieving state. And things are, could possibly become back rocky once again with y'all. You got to remember who a person is once they show you who they is, Fatima. And he done showed you that he will put your ass out. Okay? And you will be back over there roommating with Angela. Which is why I wish you would have never left your apartment from the get-go. But at the same time, I do understand you want to be there for him. And I can even understand you wanting to get back with him and make things right. I mean, you love the man. I get it. But at the same time, don't make a decision just because you know he's in a vulnerable state. Because the same way I felt about Paul. Paul was using your vulnerability just to get some pussy. Period. That's just how I feel. I feel like right now, Zach is using his own vulnerability just to get you back. And I get it, Zach. I do. But at the same time, it's not fair. It's not fair. So she do need to go and process. I feel like she needs to go and process this before just saying, okay, I'm finna just move back in. No. Because you can easily kick my ass back out. Okay, so now y'all, Bryce and Angela didn't waste no time popping up at Zach's place as soon as he got back from the hospital to let him know what was going on with the accounts. So they get in there and Bryce let him know, he was like, the accounts is frozen. We don't have no more money. And so-and-so said that it's because I'm affiliated with you. Yeah. So Zach, he's sitting there looking booty face. But y'all, Bryce, he finna be the bigger booty face, y'all. Once he find out that the accounts is being frozen, all because of the sneaky shit he did. Yeah, it's all your fault. Okay? So, we're gonna hang on, and I'll be back for the next episode. Until then, thank y'all for watching. This is your girl, Toya Tilly. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please go ahead and do so. And also, hit that notification bell button so you know when I come through with more videos. Until next time, I hope y'all have a good night. Peace.